Just one looking at you open up my
Big man thing, what do I say? Them can never lower you my way.
I took a sabbatical. What even is that? You know, I literally had to Google the definition just to make sure that it was the accurate word to use, but yes, it was. I was actually really inspired to do it by watching another YouTube video that explained it's one of the things that the really successful businessmen out there, like Bill Gates, does. And I just found that it was so beneficial for me, even though it was so difficult to actually do, because I'm the type of person that always needs to be doing something. So to actually take that step back and sit down and just pushing everything to the side and stepping away from the usual daily things, it really just helped me to find that clarity and direction for this year. So what guided me through a lot of it was this My Goals diary. I couldn't recommend this enough, at least for people who have similar personality types to me. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because there's so much to talk and show about it, but it really is so useful for helping you reflect on the year gone past and finding direction for the year ahead. So for me, in my sabbatical week, it was almost a week and a half because my first half of my days was spent in other time, but the second half of my days, for the most part, I stepped back from everything that I'd usually do in life and dedicated it to reflecting and to finding where I wanted to go. And so this helped me to do things like specifically guided values, reflections, purpose, and things like building a vision board for the year. And then it has a whole section on writing SMART goals for the year. So it helped me to do that. And then what I use for the rest of the year, it has your pages for, you know, just your regular diary, what's on for the week type of thing. So that really helped me to process everything that I went through in 2019 and who I've become through it and who I am, where I'm at the moment and what my life is looking like at the moment, and to really set clear goals and clear direction for the year ahead. So I just was feeling these feelings of being a bit overwhelmed with all that I want to achieve this year and thinking, how are all these things going to come together to make those things happen? So I had those feelings of being a bit overwhelmed and thinking, oh my gosh, how is this actually going to happen? What are the steps that I need to take to get there? So taking this week and using that diary, it really just helped me to plan things like where I wanted to take social media and what are the things I had to do to achieve that vision. So things like what type of videos do I want to continue to make and how is the branding going to flow through all of them. Things like Instagram, what do I want to use that page for? And I really found that I still definitely want to be sharing my life and being vulnerable, but through sharing my life, how can I be adding value to other people? How can I be, what I'm being filled up with, how can I pour it back out to you guys? So things like that, and then business goals, study goals, relationship goals, personal development goals, things like that. And so I kind of had all these ideas of where I wanted 2020 to go, but I just was getting a bit overwhelmed with thinking, well, how am I actually going to get there and what's this year going to look like for me? So although it was really difficult for me to step away from regular life, it was so beneficial for me to actually process everything and to find that direction. And I think it's so useful to take that time, because, you know, if this is 1 week is going to set me up for the rest of the year, then, you know, that's such an investment really. But if I hadn't taken that week, then who knows where this year would go. You know, be back and forth between, oh, okay, I kind of know where I'm going, but I'm not satisfied, or I don't, you know, it's just a waste of time to go through the year lacking direction and lacking the proper steps to get there. because then you're just going to be emotionally and physically tossed around by a circumstance. But, you know, once we set up this direction and these tools for success, then we can, rather than being like a wave of the sea blown and tossed by the wind, we can be like an ocean liner, plowing through, because things are always going to come no matter how prepared you are. Life is still going to hit. But if you're that ocean liner, while those things hit you, you're still plowing straight ahead with all that energy and that power, following that direction that you have, and you're still going to get to your end destination. So basically, if you've been feeling any of these feelings that I had about being overwhelmed or just unsure of the future or not fully processed the past year, I would really recommend taking a sabbatical as well. It is difficult to step away from life for a bit of time, and you know, however long your time that you need is, that's fine. But I really encourage you, if you are experiencing any of those things that I was, or even if you just want to set yourself up for a good year ahead, just take a small sabbatical, whatever that is, to step away from the outside, to step inside, and to really reflect, to process, and to actually write down and draw whatever that looks like. But to put things onto paper so that you can come back to it and reference it. And yeah, I'm really believing that we're all gonna have an amazing 2020 to come, and good luck for it. But yeah, I'm really believing that, you know, this life is just a continuous upward spiral. I'm believing for a really amazing 2020 for all of us. I know that challenges are still gonna come, we're still gonna face things, but we're gonna get through strong together because we're gonna have vision and direction, and we're gonna come back to that, and we're not gonna second guess ourselves, and we're not gonna doubt ourselves, but we're gonna continue on in the purpose that we have, and in the relationships that we're building.
Roho yangu umeguza, yeah.